What's up, everybody? Memorial Day. Holidays, like I've always said before. Holidays in America, baby. Best place to be and the best days there are. Now, pool party at Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri draws a packed crowd. And no, I know what you're thinking. It's not true. I'm not Zombie. And the answer is yes to the question you're thinking. This shirt, definitely voting Democrat, as black as it is. It wouldn't be black if it wasn't voting Democrat, baby. Pool party at Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri draws a packed crowd. Real quick, I'm actually watching Ozark right now, season 2. Ruth's kicking butt, so give that a look if you haven't seen that show. It's on Netflix. All right, let's check out this news clip real quick, and then we'll read a little bit about it. If you haven't heard about this, check it out. And I haven't watched this full clip yet.
As Americans poured out of their homes this weekend, it appears some left the recommended masks behind.
Maybe
As
saw
you
that
see, I
sun.
don't have a mask on, and I feel very safe. There is nobody got around me or in my space at all.
And video from Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri shows among these partiers, social distancing turned into a distant memory. At a massive pool party, people floated in the sun, ignoring limits on gatherings. In Encinitas, California, law enforcement and lifeguards roamed the beach enforcing 3 rules. Masks are mandatory, maintain 6 feet of distance, and no stopping or gathering, including sunbathing.
Some people think that they're just going to throw their towels down and just sunbathe for half an hour. That just isn't how it's going to roll.
Officials say with phased reopenings, risk remains. In Arkansas, more testing is revealing an increase in the number of infections, resulting in a second peak. Also seeing a resurgence, North Carolina.
We are out here because we are tired of being stuck in the house. No, I'm not afraid of this virus one bit.
Experts warn as Americans let down their guard, infections will likely rise.
There are super spreader events when people come together because of the nature of this virus and because of asymptomatic spread. And people aren't intentionally spreading the virus.
In Washington, I'm Whitney Wild.
Whitney Wild. Whitney Wild, y'all. Doesn't she sound fun with a capital F? Oh, did you hear what they said, though? In that part, they were talking about the cases in Arkansas, that due to increased testing, they're seeing an increase in the number of cases. Oh my God, are you as shocked as I am? All right, let's read real quick. Video posted by a Karen shows partiers crowded together in a pool at Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri this Memorial Day weekend. Scott Passmore, a Karen for CNN affiliate KTVK, shot the video at Backwater Jack's Bar and Grill in Osage Beach on Saturday. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. The gathering violates social distancing measures intended to limit the spread of the COVID-19. As part of Missouri's reopening plan announced earlier this month, state officials said restaurants may offer dining-in services, but must adhere to social distancing and other precautionary health measures. Jody Akins from Blue Springs told CNN in a message that she visited the bar with 4 friends for a pool party on Saturday. When we walked up, my first words were, "Oh my gosh." It was intense for sure. Social distancing was non-existent. However, everyone was enjoying themselves. It was a very carefree environment, but security was heavy, she wrote to CNN. She said the bar took some safety precautions. They checked all of our temps and had thousands of little bottles of hand sanitizer. They did a good job with what they had to work with, she wrote. The bar posted on Facebook that this was its launch of a summer party called Zero Ducks Given Pool Party. It advertised several DJs and bands performing throughout the event. The venue has worked with and taken the advice of government officials and management teams and will be following social distancing guidelines. Extra precautions and safety measures will be taken to provide a safe environment for you to enjoy the event. The bar said, okay, I think you guys have heard enough, you get it. I'll leave that on the screen there, obviously, if you want to finish up the article. And of course, I always archive these things in the description box if you want to read the whole thing yourself. What do you think? What about that old guy in Encinitas? Oh, that's not going to happen. People aren't just going to bring out a towel. Not going to happen. Face mask, mandatory on the beach. You believe that? Crazy. I think there's 3 kind of pretty broad schools of thought when it comes to that. First would be probably those individuals who feel the lockdown was a joke, that it never should have happened to begin with, that this was all some kind of government plot or plan. Individuals who talk about G5 and things of that nature. So that's probably one camp. Then there's another camp of individuals that felt like it was good. It probably helped flatten the curve and save a lot of lives. But we're getting close to that time, or the time has kind of passed, where it's like, okay, we did what you asked us to do. Now let's kind of start to slowly open things back up. And then there's one final school. Those individuals are like that reporter, the Karen type individuals. The individuals, and I've actually seen these people, I've had discussions or debates with them online. Those individuals that feel like daddy government is always right and whatever daddy says goes, that you should always abide by whatever government says, and they'll let us know when the time is right to open back up. Yes, there's actually individuals like that who think that the government always has your best interests at heart, and that you can't think for yourself, that you can't take in the information and consume it and come up with a practical solution that fits your life, right? Being smart about it, like I do. I still wear my face mask when I go to do things like grocery shopping, but when I'm jogging around town, if there are even places where I go where individuals are at, I don't wear my mask during those occasions. But like I said, if I'm going into some area where it's crowded, where other individuals are at, yeah, I'll slap the mask on. What harm could it cause, right? Now, I'm definitely not a conformist type. I'm not one of those Karen individuals either. And I'm certainly not one of those individuals that's on the other side of the Karen type thing. I'm more in the middle, but more, towards the, enough is enough, like, come on, let's get it going type thing. But I think it all just depends on where you're at, right? Like, how do you feel about this? But in terms of this, what I would say, though, my final message, and I'll wrap it up on this, is when you get granted your liberties, when you get your liberties back that we should have inherently, Constitution being what it is, that they are looking for any excuse. These Karens are out there. They're hiding in plain sight there, masquerading as reporters. They're that woman who's out there snooping, that nosy neighbor you have that will call the cops on you in a heartbeat. But yeah, those individuals are out there. They're looking for any excuse that they can find to go ahead and call up law enforcement because they've been raised to believe that daddy government is always right, that they're on the tit so much that whatever government says goes, and they're kind of that subordinate, yes sir, yes ma'am individual, whatever you say, sir. So I'm definitely not one of those individuals, but like I said, it depends on where you fall on that scale in terms of how you feel about this. But all I would say to young people out there anywhere, if you're watching this, just keep in mind, and I'm assuming it's mostly young people because it looked like it was, and young people are probably more likely to do things like this. Hey, if you're young and you're out there, hey, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like by and large it would be more younger individuals, say 25 and under, than opposed to a bunch of 65 and up people doing this kind of stuff. So what I'm getting at is just they're looking for any excuse they can to shut this stuff down, to force you back into a lockdown. So while I know it's not ideal, and this is going to come off as more of like a weenie-ish type, but don't give them any excuse because they're looking for it. I've seen it here in California, believe me. Two people don't social distance on a trail and they shut the trail down. They're looking for any excuse they can to shut stuff back down because they're weak and they're scared. And when these weak-minded individuals with any bit of power feel a little skittish whatsoever, they'll look for any excuse they can to shut you back down. That's what I'm telling you. Watch, we'll see what happens because of this. So it's a great thing that we have here. I think we live in the greatest country ever. If I didn't think that was the case, I would move. If I really didn't believe that, I would move. Every day I wake up, I love being an American. I love it. I love living here. I love the freedoms and everything we have, but it's kind of tough to convey the message I'm getting at without coming across as like one of those individuals that's really like those obey type individuals. Funny shirt, by the way. Who would really obey? That being said, don't give them any excuse to shut your fun down. That's what I'm talking about. They're looking for any excuse they can to shut it down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I bet something's going to happen, but we'll find out in a couple days what comes of this. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy Memorial Day. Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. I got the steaks ready. I got the corn. Got potatoes. Got asparagus. Got all that good stuff. So take care, everybody, and enjoy Memorial Day. And remember what it's all about. It's about honoring those military members, veterans, everyone else who's died, giving us the liberties that we enjoy in this country. Amazingly enough, we don't really see all of that on display right now, but remember what it's all about and spend time with family. Get your gluttony on and be safe out there, everybody. Take care. Have a good day.